Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 7, Volume 10. And to finish it off, I'm going to do something different because I said I would last week. So this is a SoftAid tape. This came out in late 1985, and I have got, by the way, notes. I actually have notes. A year, and this is see if you remember some of these things. This is what happened in 1985. Not only did Live Aid happen, which basically created £50 million for the famine relief in Ethiopia, which is what the picture on the front represents. I remember actually picking it up and finding it, I don't know, kind of shocking, really, to see somebody clearly sort of so hungry on the front of it, but yet at the same time you got 10 games, so it was kind of exciting. Anyway, so we had Live Aid, we had SoftAid itself. Clive Sinclair released the C5, the battery-assisted tricycle. That came out this year. Also, in some of the interesting things, EastEnders finally debuted. So the London borough of Walford was debuted in 1985. Can you believe that? Really, it's been going that long. Then we had Mohammed Al Fayed bought Harrods in that year as well. That was quite amazing, really. Comic Relief was born. At the end of that very year, Comic Relief became an organisation that was actually sort of released and born. Margaret Thatcher, do you remember her? The Iron Lady, the Tory leader at the time. And Margaret Thatcher was the first Prime Minister to publicly refuse an honorary degree from Oxford University, since post-war Prime Minister, that is, to actually do that. That's a strange one, that one, actually. So she turned it down. And more interestingly, because I quite like Dire Straits, Brother in Arms became the first compact CD to sell over 1 million copies in the UK. Did you know that? I didn't know any of that. Anyway, so SoftAid. I remember very much about SoftAid is that this was a thing. I went to WH Smith's and I remember seeing this cover, and this is a cover by David Rowe. I looked that up as well, by the way. This is probably the most researched episode I have ever done. By the way, that was the research in the last 2.5 minutes. But basically, I went into WH Smith's and it was and the price, I even looked at the price, it was actually $4.99 when it was launched, and it had 10 games, so you get the game for about 50p a piece, which is really, really good value if you ask me. There's no pictures. It doesn't have anything else. The only thing it really does say is it features the Band-Aid single, Do They Know It's Christmas? Now, I'm going to put that on in a second, so we're going to play it in the background. But we'll get the tape out. It's quite a whacking great tape, actually, so this is going to be quite a decent size episode. This is SoftAid Feed the World. Go out and buy one, it says at the bottom, look. It says the Ethiopian appeal to relieve one of the world's most worst natural disasters. Each tape will feed the hungry, so go out and buy a copy. If you want a copy, go out and buy a copy. So don't copy it. So no unauthorised copy. I don't remember anybody actually copying SoftAid. I think it was well priced though, at $4.99. That was good value, So that was there. I'm going to put the tape in so you can hear the song. I'm going to get a copyright strike, but hey, they can have adverts for the whole thing, can't they? We don't mind that. So let's get this here. In fact, we'll move this over like that, and we'll pop this in here, and we'll play a little bit of the jingle. It was a Christmas song, actually. It was called "Do They Know It's Christmas Time?" was what it was. I'm not sure. Were they? I don't know if they were. Turn the power on. See, most researched episode still can't get it right. I'm assuming that Ethiopia is a Christian nation because Christmas is a Christian thing. So I'm going to assume that. So here's our music, and it featured many voices and various singers. I can't remember who else was on it, but Bob Geldof was the kind of big one of the drivers, wasn't he? So it's worth it anyway for the copyright strike on that, or not copyright strike, the strike for that. So each side had a copy of that song on it, which is really excellent. And then on the inside we had a number of games. So let's just have a little look at the games while we're here. So get this out and we'll have a little look. Now, I remember really enjoying these. Now, the only reason that just kind of came back to light for me, or to do something with it, is that I was watching Dave Birdsall play Sorcery, and that was one of the games that featured on here. Now, that's a Virgin game, called Sorcery, and I remember really enjoying Sorcery, by the way. So anyway, here's what we've got. We have, did they know it's Christmas time, and then you've got to speed the counter on to 54, which is no good in a +2, but we're going to give it a try anyway. Spellbound I quite liked from Beyond. Do I have a copy of that? I may have a copy of that somewhere, but at least we've got the controls. We've got Starbike, which was the first time I got that, and I actually got that as an original now. I really like that one as well. Starbike's really good. I should really have grabbed that, shouldn't I? But there's a few other things as well. Some games that I only learned about from this thing. So Coco Tony Wolf, or I used to call it Contony Wolf, and I have no idea why I called it that. Coco Tony Wolf, great game. The Pyramid, another fantastic game from Fantasy. Really good arcade game. First time I played that one as well on here. Horace Goes Skiing. Well, everybody had Horace Goes Skiing. There was a million copies of that, so we all know Horace. Then we had Gilligan's Gold on side 2. Now, I'm quite sure that the song was actually recorded both sides. In fact, somebody's written 54 there. So, actually, it was recorded both sides, even though it says in the instructions that it's only recorded on one side. I think it's recorded on both. Then we've got Ant Attack. We've got 3D Tank Duel. We have Jack and the Beanstalk. And then we have Sorcery to finish. And we've got a little bit of instructions. So what we'll do is read the instructions as we go along to do each ones. But yeah, I was really kind of, I thought this was great value. And as I say, well, the only thing that put me off, would you believe, is the cover. I found it a little bit traumatizing when I was a little lad. Seeing that sort of that imagery, just kind of. I mean, it was everywhere, to be honest. It was all over the news as well. It was quite horrific, to be honest. So we're going to give that a try, and we're going to have a little play, and we're going to see. We're going to relive the 80s, and possibly without some of the nastiness, if that makes sense. Anyway, see you in a bit. I'll just load that into a tape drive. Okay, so tape is in the drive and ready to go, so we'll go with the old favourite, Load It. We'll have to do that, actually, because they're all 48k games, because they were a mixture of games from... where's the list? I was looking at just a second ago. A&F, Activision, Beyond, Bug Bite, The Edge, Elite, Fantasy, Interceptor, Melbourne House, Ocean, Scion, Quicksilver, Real Time, Task Set, never heard of Task Set, Thor, Virgin, and US Gold. So that's who they're from, actually, to be honest with you. So we're going to go with the old load speech marks. So we'll do that. Right, I'm going to press play, but I need to fast forward it a bit, actually. I've just realised that I've got the song on this side. Now, I'm sure it's on both sides. I mean, I looked this up. They said it was only on one side, but I think it's actually on both. It does sound a bit funny going through there. Still got the song. We know it's Christmas time. Right. Still there. Hang on. I should have fast forwarded it first, really, but you know what I'm like. I like to put you through the pain as well as the pleasure of the 1985 in this case. Now, to be fair, 1985 was a lot of pleasure. If you lived 1985, there we go. I think this is it. 1985 was the year of, and I'm going to ream them off here, and we might discuss in a second. But 1985 was the year of the release of The Goonies, Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, Brazil, Commando, Reanimator, The Return of the Living Dead, The National Lampoon's Vacation, The Jewel in the Nile, and The Breakfast Club. Oh, and Weird Science, if you needed a few more sort of excellent things to actually have. What a year that was! That was a great year for movies. I don't even remember a year like that now. I mean, if you look at it, you maybe get half a dozen, but that I'm just reamed off a good number of them there. They're excellent. I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's not even half a dozen. It might be 4 or 5 you would get in a year if you're lucky. That do it. I mean, I've just reamed off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 in a wanna of excellent movies that came out. A couple of John Hughes ones there in the case of Breakfast Club and St Elmo's Fire was also this year as well. I mean, St Elmo's Fire, Breakfast Club, and Weird Science. Wow, amazing. Anyway, let's get on with... I'll give you a quick rundown of this game that we've got, and we'll have a look, think about those in a minute. Right, so this is a Beyond game. This is called Spellbound. We've been captured and turned into a toad by Griselda and her pet spider. I don't know how Pet Spider got involved with it. Maybe she you snapped a leg off him or something to cast the spell. Anyway, I bet Spider's called Manfred. There we go. That's exciting. You must escape from the pyramid by treading on every one of the pyramid steps. Basically, it's
Oh, I remembered his name a second ago.
Qbert, that's it. It's a version of Qbert, basically. So you got to jump on all the spots, basically, to cover the screen. You'll see when we get into it. Got the keys as well. It's Q, P, QP, QP, QPM, Z, I think it is. Yeah, QPMZ. So they've kind of funny positions to do to kind of link where they're at, and it's the Enter S key to start. Yeah. So back to the movies. What a year that was for movies. I'm gonna gloss over the Goonies because I'll tell you now. I've watched it like once, maybe twice in my entire life. I didn't watch it back in the day. I didn't see it until later. I think I caught it halfway through the first time round. And I don't think I've ever really sat and watched it all the way through because I know there'll be a lot of Goonies fans out there. However, Back to the Future, brilliant movie. That was really good. You know they changed his girlfriend in it, don't you? So Martin McFly had a girlfriend in the future, Jen, I think her name was, and he changed the actress to is it Leah Thompson? Yeah, I think it's Leah Thompson in the second movie, and they even re-edited the end of the movie because the first actress, I don't think she liked it. I don't think she liked the movie, and don't think she liked her role within it. So I think she bailed out for that particular reason. And also, here's the other thing: is that he was on a TV program called I'm sure it's the Party of Five, but I might be wrong. Family something or other. Family Ties. Either way, Michael. Oh, I can't remember his last name now. Oh, no, that's gone right out of my mind. Anyway, the main character that plays Martin McFly, I can't remember his name. I'll put it in the comments below and tell me I'm an idiot. But he was actually they recorded it all at night because his TV show was going to be bigger than the movie. Can you imagine that? I can't remember what the TV show was, but they used to record it all at night. So the poor guy was like absolutely knackered. I did it with no sleep whatsoever, and blasted through it. The next movies, part 2 and 3 were sort of proper times, but the first one, all in the evening. I guess that kind of explains the sort of. It's not dark, but it's mostly at night. Everything that happens in it, so that kind of explains that. But yeah, they never thought that was actually going to happen. So that was Back to the Future, and then of course Michael J. Fox, that's his name. Yay! Remembered it. God, how can I forget that? Because he was kind of like there in all of my sort of childhood type things, movies. But he was in Teen Wolf as well. I thought Teen Wolf was kind of cool, where he turned into a werewolf and he got to his teenage years. Who was very good at basketball, because that's what all werewolves are. Very, very good at basketball. But that was good as well. We liked that one as well. He surfed on the top of the van. Do you remember that? He was on top of the van, shaking his tail, I guess. Yeah, he surfed on the top of it. Did he have a tail? I don't remember him have a tail. No, I can't remember him have a tail. Anyway, game's loaded, so let's go let's beat Giselda, or whatever she's called, one of the keys that we've got. Let's give this a go. So, this would have been the first game that I actually played on it, and it's alright. I didn't mind it. I quite liked it at the time. So, you basically, as I say, oh, I've killed myself because I didn't push back. It's got funny, it's the keys aren't exactly responsive. It's not the most responsive of games, but I quite liked it back in the day. And you got to avoid those crazy little creatures. It was pretty common, by the way, to actually sort of effectively clone other people's games at the time. So it wasn't. Oh damn! I went too far. Spider in the net. Let's press S to start again. I want them to go. Yeah, it was pretty common to sort of clone them. It was the usual sort of thing. Was that nobody? Did anybody ever get sued for it? I don't know if anybody ever got sued for it in the 80s. I don't think they did. I think there was just an acceptance of the fact that somebody else could steal your idea. Mind you, to be fair, with the limited technology, I'm really doing badly here. I should be able to finish this because I know they go magenta next time round if you finish this level. But nobody sued. Was it because there was a limited
things you could do, limited sort of. I don't know. I never don't know why nobody got sued for it. You think they would, wouldn't you? Here we go. I'll go down here, maybe get this one. I tell you, the closest thing I heard story-wise about somebody getting sued for it was the guys who did Who Dares Wins 2. It was very close to Commando of the time, and I think that because it was so close to Commando, the elite systems who were doing the Commando conversion, I don't think it was them personally, but I certainly think that they were licensed to do it. They I think they were being a bit threatening with it all, if that makes sense. Oh, he's not nice. He goes my way. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, so that's the first one on the tape. That is Spellbound. Next one we've got is Starbike. Now, I actually like this so much that I went and got a copy recently and sort of bought it. Kind of reminds me of Lunar Jetman, but a little bit more crazy. So we'll reset the spectrum and we'll start loading this one. That's cool. I didn't mind Spellbound. It's all right. It's a bit sticky. It doesn't really move as easily as you would think it would move. But yeah, that was all right. Let's give it another load. It. It's one of these ones though that I'm hoping, got my fingers well and truly crossed, that we don't actually have any issues loading any of it. That would be actually nice if we didn't actually have to do that. I might take a break after 10 and then come back for a quick pause and do 10, because it might be lunchtime here while I'm doing this. Anyway, yeah, Starbike. Right, your task is to rescue the Orola. All right, rescue Orola, who has escaped in a retreat pod. So it's not an escape pod; it's a retreat pod. When the planet was blown to bits, and you were flung into the far corners of the galaxy. So Orola, I assume she's a she. I always love the fact that says Jack on his jacket and then disappears when it comes down screen. Do you see that? Anyway. When you get to start the screen, you get a chance to choose things. Oh, right, yeah, I remember this. This is really weird, because we've got press A to G to alter options, press Q to T to select the choices. Your keyboard is Q, yep.
A,
yep, which is the thrust. So Q is thrust, A is select. It's not. That doesn't make sense. And then alternate keys from B to space for left and right. I think he fires all the time, if I remember rightly. And you've got caps and shift to enter training mode. So basically we're trying to do something. It doesn't actually tell me what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to find this person. That's it. And I remember that was the thing about it. It was quite confusing, realistically. I didn't really know what it was. Back to the movies, though, for a second while this loads, because that takes a second. So back to the movies. Yeah, we had Teen Wolf. Brazil. Remember Brazil? Brazil was Terry Gilliam, wasn't it? It was a really dystopic future where all the media was managed by corporations and governments and dictators. Oh, hang on, that's 2020. Oh, that was satirical, wasn't it? That was very satirical. Right, okay, let's go with gaming. Right, okay. So that's a select. We can do training mode, because that sounds like a good idea. Press one of those to select. So we've got, I don't know what SH is or anything. So we've got our bike. There's a little alien. I'm sure we have to dump these little aliens into, the sign does something. Yeah, we have to fly some direction to get aliens. I just like the graphics on it, to be honest with you. It's really quick moving as well. I mean, it's super quick moving. There's a little sign. So signs like you to beam to other places. I think you have to collect the little aliens. I think they're your retreat pods. Oh, that's it. There's nothing else here. Let's go back here then. Ah, the sector is the SC is the sector, so we're in sector 3 now. I guess. No, screen 3 maybe. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused now. Must be our location. I don't know what about this took my fancy. I see. By the way, I'm on training mode, so I can't die. That's the other advantage. On training mode, so we can actually see the levels. Could have sworn there was something I had to float towards to be able to get it. So there's our spaceship thing here. I'm sure you have to collect the little aliens. Because I had one before that was bouncing underneath my bike, my star bike. This is one of the games on it that really did grab me, actually. I used to load this one and have no idea what I was doing like I am right now. But I used to like it. For that reason, I don't know why. I just like I think the whole bike element grabbed me. I think that was the thing. It shoots automatically, by the way. Oh, it just falls. I thought there was when you pushed the sort of down button or the select button. I thought it did more than that. Don't know what SH is. Right. So if we press space bar
Or cap shift.
that'll change us back to normal mode. And then we should die if we hit something. Maybe. Oh, that's an alien. Right, so there's a little arrow appeared now telling us which way to go. So we have to go back. And it hasn't turned us into to training mode because I've just crashed into a whole bunch of stuff. The arrow was pointing the direction. There, let's just go this way. Why would you beam through there and not take the alien with you? Oh, right. There are different parts of the sectors. You can actually... right, so those signposts only take you through sectors. Right, that's weird. Did anybody actually work out what you meant to do on this game? I think that the instructions, even in the original version of it, aren't much better, if I remember rightly. I think you could win a BMX, though. That was really important. We could win a BMX, because BMXs were all the craze in 1985 as well. I had a BMX from Halfords. I think I probably have said this before in previous videos, but I had a BMX from Halfords, and it was the heaviest BMX in the world. It wasn't light at all. It was sort of the cheap one. Parents couldn't afford one of these expensive sort of, light framed, whatever else it is. I did put some stunt nuts on it though. You remember those stunt nuts where they sort of stuck out the edge, like deadly as they were. Yeah, it was I couldn't do anything on it. I could barely jump anything. It weighed about 4 billion tons. I think it was made of solid high quality steel lead. If you've not had steel lead before, it's great stuff. It's this proper alloy that ensures that children cannot take off on a bicycle, or teenagers in my case at the time. Yeah, teenagers at that point in time couldn't actually take off from the ground with their bicycles, so that was the thing. I've had enough, by the way. I can't remember how to play it at all. I'm tempted to get the instructions down, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make you tell me in the instruction in the description in the comments below what it was. Anyway, Brazil though, Diastopic Future, very good, well worth doing, well worth looking at. That was quite a quick load actually. I was quite surprised by that. Loader. Let's do this one, loaded it, and what have we got next? Oh, Coco Tony Wolf. I like this game. I actually managed to get finally an original version recently from a chap called Dennis Evans, and Dennis runs the Retro Cavern. I'll put a link in the description below to his store. He's got very reasonable prices for whatever it is. Now, I first played this on this, and I was quite addicted to it. For me, it's kind of like Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy, but flying. So it's a different dynamic, and I quite like it for that reason. I really did enjoy this particular game. It was just a fun game, and the original has a sort of it gives you the whole story. I mean, basically, you're the apprentice of a wizard, great magician Ulrich. And you're basically after the legendary dragon amulet, which has been shattered across time, and you basically need to pick it up and basically bring it back for your master Ulrich, who's basically wants to run the world. But if you finish this game, at the end of it, it gave you a code which you could send off to Elite to get to win a prize. Now, I don't know if anybody ever won the prize, but there was actually a kind of a mystery at the end of this one if you could actually finish it. So you had to fly through time, and you start in prehistoric times. The next one is 1066, which has Vikings, which I don't know if they had Vikings in 1066, but anyway, you fly through time to get to do it, and you basically travel through time periods, basically. Very good. I enjoyed it back in the day, and I still do, actually. I've done a recent video on it, to be honest. I'd actually played it on the ZX Vega, and then I played it again, and the funny thing is, I re-listened to them, and there's sort of 3 years between the two, and I hadn't remembered that I actually done it in the first place. And then my conversation about it is almost identical. In fact, it's probably identical to what I'm saying right now, that it was quite a good game. Now, Elite Systems, it came with a little hologram on the bottom corner as well. Can't see the hologram now because it's faded with age, I think, and it's just worn or something similar. But there was a little hologram in the bottom corner. So anyway, but yeah, so we're loading that one. I actually like this one. I think this is a really good game. I do recommend this one. This, to be fair, this tape actually doesn't have a bad set of games on it. And I mean, that last one was Starbike from Edge, and they made some good games as well. Bobby Bearing being one that comes straight to mind. Didn't they also make Brian Bloodaxe? I think that was the one, which is brilliant because Brian Bloodaxe loads by crashing the screen. Once it's loaded, it looks like it's crashed back to the command prompt, and it hasn't. It's brilliant. So anyway. But this was also a good year, by the way, for gaming. Apart from SoftAid itself coming out, Way of the Exploding Fist, one of my absolute all-time favourite one-on-one beaters. I really think it's a fantastic game. That came out in this year as well. I really like it. It quite often features on the What's on the Tape. It pops up almost all the time. It's one of those kind of iconic games that everybody had to have a copy of Way of the Exploding Fist, and I still think today, this day, it's a really good game. I really enjoy Way of the Exploding Fist. Let's have a look at the keys then. So, Coco Tony, I used to call it Contoni Wolf though. I don't know why. I think I wasn't very good at. I don't know why I called it Contoni Wolf, but anyway, right, okay. Press the key. All right, what's the fly? I think I've got them. That's it. And 0. That's it. So what you got to do is these little things here to be collected. So don't crash into anything because everything kills you, as you know. Usual thing. Or landing on certain parts kills you. Depends on the creature. I'll tell you what we used to do. Do you remember when you used to try and play games and you would try and find sort of, I guess, hidden elements to it? I think we can land on top of him. There you go. So we used to try and find out what we could land on. We also tried to see if we could land on the two tongues that are coming out here, which are sort of straight lines, not quite. They're either tongues or laser beams, one of the two. I'm going to go with tongues, because laser beams tend to be a sort of on and off thing. And this one does, as I say, this one really... Let's see if we can do it quickly. It's a very much timing game. It's funny how I remember how well I play it. I used to play it, as I say though. I have played it recently, so I'll be quite good at this. I think, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, there's certain places you can land on, certain places you can't. Can't land on cow horns, but you can land on the square block beside this thing here. As you can see though, you can see why I'm thinking Jet Set Willy. It's because of the way he looks. He looks a little bit Jet Set Willy-esque. Now, he can't land on a saber-tooth tiger. But he's got wings, of course, because everybody has wings. And he's got, I think it's a helmet he's got on his head, really. I don't think it's... Unless it is his nose. It's got a very high brow on his head. Okay, so this is probably the most interesting of the ones to get. I don't remember how many parts there are. I feel there are 12. It's basically 3 by 3 rooms across, so it's 9 in total rooms on each year. Yeah, there is a con there. You're actually meant to not try and get into the gap there. The gap's there to fool you. Would you believe? Oh damn! You knew I was going to do that, didn't you? I was trying to cheat. I was trying to get through it quicker. But yeah, so that gap there's there to fool you, it's to stop you, to make you think that you can get past it, and you can't. So we've got to do these ones. Down here. There it is. So down we go. There we go, get this one. I hate those sort of plant creatures, though. They're really nasty. This is a good game, though. This is well worth playing. I think this is worth playing. I think it's very doable as well, though. And the worst part about it is I should have done it by now over the years that I've played it. It's like dinosaur gophers on the bottom there. Right, now we'll go see, and it says it's a million BC. Would man been around a million BC? I think some liberty's been taken with history on this one. But it is where we meet our first sort of there we go. And we used to play chicken with the rock that they're spinning backwards and forwards between each other. See how they're spinning that? We used to try and land in the middle of here and sort of and leave it to the last second to move out the way. But we're not going to do that. Even though I did do that just now. We used to make our own games, you see. You know, you'd have the sessions itself, but you'd also make your own games on what you're doing. We didn't get very far though. We only ever got to the next level, which is 1066. Never got further. You can tell by the way that it's the edge of the level because at the bottom you see there's a green strip with a sort of like a braiding in it. That's basically the top of the level. You can also see. Is it 3x3 or is it 4x4? Oh, it might be 4x4. I might be wrong. It's 12 then. 12 room. Oh, damn, the mushroom gets you. I forgot about that. Oh, God. What was I thinking? Pause. Wait. Just wait for the bird. There. Oh, I might not do very well here today. I've only got one life left as well. Naff. Right. But yeah, so you can, yeah, it's 12. Must be 12 by 12. I thought it was 9 by 9 for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, that was close. That could have been nasty. There we go, straight out. That's a dodgy one, that one. Old school approach. Bird. Through. Can't get out of the screen that way. Right, so we've done this bit down here. Yeah, no, it's 4, isn't it? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 12. 12 by 3, maybe? Because we've only done down 3 levels. 12 by 3. Sorry, 4 by 3. Yeah, that'll be right. 12. Anyway, so here we go. This is the worst bit as well. I can't believe I've only got one life left. So the fish is easy to beat. So the fish is fairly easy to beat. But you see that little gap there, the mouth thing? You have to go right back. You've got it once you've collected enough these gems. A bit like the fabulous Bruce Lee. You have to go back to certain places. You have to repeat your sort of journey until you find this big flashing amulet gem thing. Oh, made it. Just, I was puffing and panting on that one, and then you have to get this flashing one, and then you've got to make it to the next level. So quite obsessed by this back in the day. Oh, this is a bad one and all. It's amazing how well you play these things when you remember what they're about. Go, 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 go! Oh! Oh! It was so close. The worst part is getting back past that plant in the next room is just horrible. See, because you have to fly at the ceiling, and then you have to wait and drift through. Did it? Thank goodness. Right, so we've got the 12 items. Now we have to find the 13th to go through. I suppose a good number realistically for sort of time travel. 13. I don't know why it's a good number for time travel, but it's that mysterious number that everybody's frightened of, isn't it? God, that could have been nasty. Right, okay. Let's see if we can get to 1066. That's what I want to do. Get to 1066. I'm just going to wait for you. I've really enjoyed this so far. But this is how you'd have been. I mean, imagine this. I mean, it was $4.99 for the SoftAid tape, and you got 10 games, and you got the song. Not that I was very keen on the song, actually. Didn't really like it particularly. I mean, it was all right, but it wasn't a song. I wasn't bothered about it. Here we go. And we go to 1066, and we beam through time with the flashing border, because that's the way you do it. So, 1066. And then get sharks. We've got a Viking boat. Viking longboat. I think we even have Vikings later. I don't remember them in 1066. It's kind of... What was that other movie? And it isn't about around the same sort of time. Time Bandits. Do you remember Time Bandits? I like Time Bandits as well. Wasn't Terry Gilliam, wasn't it? Time Bandits is really good. Kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of a Time Bandit type thing. There's a guy on the top there, shooting arrows at us and cannons at the same time. There we go. Managed to get through there. I was just a little bit high up. See, there we go. I'm sure he's a Viking. Look with his little helmet. And he just disappears and then he appears at the other side. Which is fine. There you go. Needs a little jump. Yeah. There are rats. I've never been that good at this game though. I remember this. You've got to push the fly straight away. Oh well, fair enough. We've finished it anyway. Carry on, let's go. So we are at the next one, Pyramid. Oh, Pyramid's a classic. Pyramid, and I can't even remember who made it. Fantasies who made it, but I can't remember the name of the guy who made it because it's a classic game. It's a brilliant game. I love this one. It's proper arcadey, just a single room at a time. Work your way at the bottom of the pyramid. Real sort of difficult sort of struggle with the whole thing. Really, really good. Great fun, to be honest with you. So, other games. See, I did a bit of research for this one. Can you imagine that? I actually did some research because I knew what was coming, you see, for a change, instead of having to sort of rely on whatever was in my memory, which is usually rubbish. But I did some more research. Other games that appeared, and these are the games that sort of struck me as well. Bard's Tale. Do you remember Bard's Tale? It was sort of it actually hit PCs as well. And basically, you moved around the sort of the mazes with your role-playing sort of characters sort of doing... There, Bob Hamilton. Bob Hamilton still makes games to this day, by the way. I forgot that it appears on the bottom there. Bob does a lot of tractor games. I remember saying this, I think, sometime a while ago. He's got a lot of... I can't remember the name of the series, but he's got a lot of tractor games. Still makes them today. Very good. Anyway, yeah, excellent, Bob. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Bard's Tale was kind of a role-playing sort of Dungeons and Dragons kind of game. You wandered around the towns, the cities, the dungeons, just building up your squad. I think there was a story to it, but I can't remember what it was. And later it came with an editor, and it's been re-released recently, but unfortunately... I hate the graphics because they've made them all like modern day because they can do so much more stuff. I would have preferred it if they'd been like hand painted, beautiful sort of almost like mosaic type, sort of not mosaic, but sort of like art paintings, rather than this sort of more bland sort of cartoonified things. Or they could have gone with a pixel art style, but either way, it doesn't look the same to me. So I still like the old one. I think you can still play it in the original mode, to be honest with you. But Bard's Tale was another game that really struck me. I actually have a copy of it. I haven't played it yet because it's one of those ones that takes quite a long time to get into and makes for an awfully long video. But here's the other things that appeared during this year as well. Gauntlet is brilliant. That's an arcade game, obviously, and it was and obviously it came to the 8-bit computers, I assume, the year after. But Gauntlet was actually on the arcade at that point, and that was again Dungeons and Dragons inspired. That was the all evil back in the day. The Americans used to go nuts about this. They always do. Dungeons and Dragons were all turning us into devil worshippers and occult followers and things like that. And when realistically, it's just childhood sort of. Enjoyment of something like that, just because some adult makes a game that's based on their childhood sort of fantasies of battling dragons, doesn't make it the occult. All right. Anyway, but that was the case. But that had sort of the 4 characters, didn't it? It had the barbarian, the wizard, the Amazon, and the elf. And I don't know why he was called an elf, because he was an archer, wasn't he? That was the thing. But he was actually called the elf. And you basically could play up to 4 players in the arcade together, with a sort of an energy bar, working your way through the dungeons to the bottom. And I'm sure there was 200 of these things. Absolutely sort of. Oh, and it featured speech as well, didn't it? Because it sort of said food or something like that, or barbarian and things like that, or whatever else. There was a few speech things in there. Really clever, top down, sort of arcadey thing. Really, really good at the time. Actually, fantastic at the time. Right, what are my keys? We have QA. That's fine. What's up and down? Oh, we can do keyboard for QA, OP, and any key to the bottom row to fire. That'll do. That's perfect. Number 5, you see, there's a one there. We'll do that one. So this one actually doesn't give you, well, probably doesn't give just to it. Yeah, it doesn't actually. So it says the pyramid contains 120 chambers on 15 levels. In order to get from one chamber to the other, you must collect or fight off the insidious aliens to collect energized crystals. So there's like an alien countdown. You've got to kill so many and the crystal arrives. Right, you get the crystal and you basically drop the crystal over the top of a force field and neutralize it. Now you can't pick up the crystal initially. Well, I think it's when it's yellow. You can't pick it up when it's blue, but click it when it's white. We'll see in a second anyway. There's colours it changes because one zaps you, one zaps the alien if they touch it, because it's like protected for a bit, and then you've got to work your way through it. And the pyramid is inhabited by over 60 weird and exotic alien types. And basically, though, it's much more interesting, the actual inlay for the real game, because I actually have that as well. It basically says that this is the greatest game ever created, with 15,300 and something odd software houses, all creating exactly the same game at exactly the same time, producing some kind of weird pyramid effect. So this is the game. It's a bit of it's bizarre. There's like a long manual about it, but it's one of the most perfect arcade games in my mind. So Pete play. So here's our little man, and he's there shooting inside his bubble thing. Now at the bottom there's an A for alien count, so we basically have to shoot the aliens until this counts down to 0. And once it gets to 0, it'll drop a gem, which we have to wait for it to turn colours. Can't pick it up yet, can pick it up now, and then we drop it over a doorway, like that, and we can sink through. So there's a countdown to do it, and we can do the next one. So you're basically working your way to the bottom. Oh, and your energy is you've got an energy bar, which is the P, I think it is, and you've got a score that goes up and down depending on how long you take to do the level. So we get some more aliens, and we wait for this to colour. White, they can't pick it up. Yellow, you can't pick it up. You can't pick it up the yellow mode either. So, oh, alien got it just as I was dropping it. So you've got to be very careful with those blooming crystals, because the aliens are really annoying for doing that. So I can't pick it up now, can't pick it up now, can pick it up now. The aliens have got it again. I hate these ones that come up the level, because they can always zap the things you've got. See, I can't get it now, can't get it there, hurts me. There, that's one down. Need to open the doorway, so green to that one. As I say, I think he's here to defend the universe from the terrible pyramids interaction, because it's a scary thing. If they hit me now, I'm dead. Oh damn! I didn't want to float over that doorway. We're going to go for it. There we are. There, and we're out. I got more score there. Brilliant. This is a really, really good game. I mean, a lot of these games are worth their admission price. So $4.99 would have got you at least, Starbike, impressive, good shoot 'em up, very tough to be honest with you. I was quite obsessed by sort of shooting things back in the day. Very impressive. The only one so far that's probably been a wee bit of a wasn't as good as it could have been is the Beyond game, but that one actually still isn't bad. I still like it to this day. I still think it's brilliant. Damn, got hit. Yeah, I still like it, but so far, Coco Tony Wolf, great game. A little bit of a sort of an adventure, as the days would have called it. We've got. I'm just concentrating. We've got, obviously this one, Pyramid. We've had. Yeah, White destroys them. We've had, we've had Starbike itself. I mean, there's been some great games thus far. We've really done well with this first part of the first little sort of section or first side of the tape. It's nice to see them load though as well. You've got to admit, and seeing them load is good. Yeah, if you lose, by the way, all your power, that's the game over. If your power's completely empty, you've had it. The whole thing's finished. Ah. It's a good game though. The thing about this is this is a good challenge game. If you were going to challenge on Spectrum sort of thing, this is a really good sort of challenge game. And I love the box that it originally came in. It was beautiful clamshell with a pink sort of magenta, Spectrum magenta down the side of it. Now this also came out on the Commodore 64. I don't know if it came out on the Amstrad actually. It'd be a shame if it didn't come out on the Amstrad. It plays really well on both actually. It's a really good game. It's so worth. It's one of those things, I often say, it's worth getting all the emulators out. I mean, we live in a great time. We have access to so many with the internet. We have access to so many great games. I mean, it's just because I'm a collector as well as a sort of gamer first, collector second, that I actually have the tapes and things like that. But and also let's be fair, what's on the tape is just so much fun because you never know what you're going to get. It's when we get the surprise ones that I really like. It's always a surprise that we haven't had more of the same sort of ones though, because there's some certain what I would call classics that are out there. I mean, we've had Renegade a few times. It's amazing how many Trashmen we had back a while ago. Trashman was really popular. We had quite a lot of those. Those have turned up quite a lot in the previous sort of videos. They've been quite a surprising sort of addition to the whole thing. I think we're going to get through. We're through. Another score. We only had 5 power left there. 5 power. I was literally seconds away from death. Let's do this one. This might not be such a difficult level because they're all dropping down the way. It's when they're going at an angle you get caught out. Brilliant. Just excellent arcadey game. It just really is. It's a really good little arcade game. It's very playable, very pickupable playable. Not a bad load either. Fast load. I do like the simplistic loading screen. Do you know what? It really kind of needs a beautiful but modern remake of a loading screen. I wonder if that what's he called? Andy Green does them, doesn't he? I wonder if Andy Green's done one. Andy Green kind of does. If you're in the community, you'll know Andy Green. Actually, to be fair, I haven't seen from Andy for a while on anything. Maybe I need to go look and see what he's done recently, because he did a book as well of his screenshots, sort of, and art that he did. It's really nice. It's amazing what you can actually do with the ZX Spectrum with a bit of effort, really impressive. I think I'm just going to try and die here. Well, because we're getting to the point where we need to try the next game, and I'm going to take a pause for my lunch and then come back. I'll tell you what I have for my lunch as well. There you go. Boom. Actually, it's a nice explosion, that one. Let's do the last one on this side of the tape. Oh, it's a classic. Oh, it's an absolute classic. Everybody's played this game. There are 4 billion copies of out there. I actually think I've got 8 personally. But you all know this one. Everybody knows this one. Everybody knows this mascot. Horace Goes Skiing by Melbourne House and Scion. It actually puts that on there. Basically, Horace is a little mascot. I always think it's his arm, the side bit of his thing, but apparently it's his hair. I think Horace has dreads. I think Horace may be Jamaican, actually. But you've got to help Horace get to the mountain course and then do a slalom down it. It's really, from memory, it was really... well, not from memory, I've played it actually recently. I'm surprised Horace games don't appear a lot on What's on the Tape. We don't get as many Horace games as I thought we'd actually have. They're there, but not as many as I thought there would be. So we'll have a look. But anyway, Horace Go Skiing. That's got that sound whenever they start, don't they? They go type thing. The title screen was flashing up. And anyway, you play Horace. You've got to go to the ski hut. It's like a little bit of Frogger going across the road, but you have to cross one side, get your skis, go back to the other side, and then you have to ski down to score enough money to score points and money for doing it. That's why there's bicycles and trucks there. And then you get to do it all over again. Another sort of arcadey thing. I actually think I preferred, if I have to order my Horaces, here's my Horace order, right? I don't know what your Horace order is. I know there's some modern remakes and new ones. There's Horace and the Tower, I think, is the fourth one, and there's Horace Christmas one as well. I think somebody did a Christmas Horace. Comments below, you know that. But of the actual original releases, I got with it, because it was the first game I ever played on the Spectrum, Hungry Horace is my number one, because it was my first game on the Spectrum. It's just absolutely phenomenal, as Hungry Horace. Love it. Pac-Man-esque clone. A bit odd, because you could just exit the level without actually eating everything. But you're getting chased around, because Horace really likes eating flowers. So you eat all the flowers, and then the guards and the park, which basically is the level, they try to stop you eating the flowers. So you ring a scary bell for them, and they all go mental, and then you can eat them like you do ghosts in Pac-Man. Really, 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 really loved Hungry Horace, because it was that first game. I really loved Hungry Horace. There we go, that noise. Beam Software. William Tang has made it. 1982's original release. That's the first year, actually. It's the Spectrum's out, so that kind of makes sense. So you've got that, and then you've got it has to be Horace and the Spiders for me second, because Horace and the Spiders has multiple little levels, very interesting sections. Basically, you've got a run along jumping up over spiders and embankments. Then you've got a sort of jump between the spiders' webs, and then you do a kind of a dig-a-dan type thing where you basically knock holes in the ground, spiders fall in the holes, and you jump on the spiders' heads to drop them down to kill them. So yeah, really good. Anyway, let's play the game. I'm going to press enter, I think. Okay, so let's cross the road and do this. I always find this one very hard, but this is number 3 in my list. There we go. And we got skis. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, it's tad harsh, isn't it? It's tad harsh. Just crossing the road's blooming difficult. There, we've got over. Right, we're going to go skiing now. So, you can turn left and right. Now, I probably already had this by the time I got this with the skills of skis. Probably still already had this when they got this one. So this is probably the only one that was a bit was not naff, but a bit sort of already had it. Really like it, actually. It's a good game. Horace Go Skiing, you can't really beat him. Little bankment there. So we've just got a ski at the bottom, and your money is your lives, which is really weird. I don't know why he put $1 into it. Why did Sinclair do $1 rather than £1? Because there isn't a pound on it, is there? There's just dollars. It's sort of weird, that, actually, considering. Oh, lose money for not doing it? Not going through the gates, we lose money. Yeah, he did $1 rather than £1. Very weird. There's the finish line. Missed it. Missed the bonus. Damn you. We've got a score, though. We've got 900. I hope that does that give us another... Oh, I've only got £10. But we've still got our skis on, you see. So we seem to start back at the ski hut. So we get to another go. As long as we're at the ski hut. Ambulances are the worst. Let's go skiing again. Horace does the skiing. He's doing the skiing. I missed that one. Don't beep at me twice. If you angle it wrong, get beeped at. Skis are still okay. I wonder how many impacts you can make in a ski before they break. Okay, so we've gone through there. Doing alright, actually. Better than I usually do on the old Horace Go Skiing. Oh, we've done it. Been a while since I've played it, but we're doing alright. Beauty of this, though, it's really showing off the jailbreak lines, or the sort of jail lines they're called, I think, aren't they? Where the output isn't as good as it should be, so it's not smooth on the screen from it. It's really showing them off. Black looks. Oh, but I've made enough money for another set of skis. Oh wow. Let's see if we can. Blooming impossible! Blooming impossible! I'm killed by an ambulance. At least it was there to kill me. Got one more go. I don't think I've got enough money, though. I don't think I can buy skis. Horace, you nutter. We couldn't even buy skis. Right. No money, no ski. Horace, go skiing. Right, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a little bit, and I'm going to just reset the specky so we go back to the title screen. I'm going to pause for a wee bit, because we've just done that side, and I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to go have my lunch. I believe my missus is making hot dogs. That would be quite nice, actually. Some nice hot dogs and a roll. So I say hot dogs, they're frankfurters. We're doing the whole German thing there, proper frankfurters. But anyway, I will see you back in a second. You just brace yourself. Right, I'm back. That was a lovely lunch, actually. Very yummy. Just a nice couple of frankfurters and a roll with a bit of fried onion. Lovely. Anyway, and I've got a cup of coffee for the second round. So right, we're back with Gilligan's Gold. Now, this is a new version of a game which I can't remember the name of. It's going to drive me nuts now because I was actually looking for it. I know I did an arcade challenge on it. It's basically an arcade game where you play as you're actually the bad guy. You're the thief. You've hidden your gold in a mine, and the idea is to Oh, and it's the music. I did say that was on the other side. They put it on twice. They didn't just put it on once. They put it on twice. Let's fast forward that. There's the music playing away. I knew it was. So annoying, actually, to be honest with you, because you have to skip through the song every time like this, unless you also wrote down the counter measurements on your specky to do it. But you're the bad guy anyway, as I was saying, and you basically you're trying to reclaim your gold you hid while they were looking for you because they had no evidence to hold you, basically. And the good guys are actually the guys chasing you around the place, which is quite surprising, really. It's a really tough arcade game. It's actually a really tough Spectrum game as well. There we go. That was good timing, he says. There you go, Gilligan's. Released by Ocean. Do you know something? I think I have this in my collection, but I can't remember. It's one that I definitely need. Keys aren't particularly good, though. Q, W, P, enter, and space to pick stuff up. So basically, you have to go around and grab the gold, put it in the wheelbarrow, and then finally wheel it off the end of the screen with the 3 screens once you've gone through them all. So that's all there is to it. I've never completed it. I was quite obsessed by it. I'm quite obsessed by quite a lot of the games on this collection, actually. But I wasn't very good at it. As usual, I wasn't very good at it. But what's it say on here? Does it actually say you're the bad guy? Place bags of gold in the wheelbarrow before time runs out. Oh no, it's just timer. Each bag increases the time and score. Beware of the outlaws. Well, they're not actually out, or are they outlaws? They could actually be outlaws. I thought that maybe they're your ex-partners or something similar, trying to stop you getting your gold back again. But you're actually the bad guy. You really are the bad guy in this one. I've just turned a light on. It's really dark all of a sudden. It's the weather. It's horrible. Middle of the day and it's really, really, really dark. It's really, really, really dark. Yeah, escape by jumping in trucks and hanging from hooks via ladders and whatever else it is. The outlaws can stay stunned by dropping bags of gold on them or hitting them with a pickaxe, actually. It's really good. So we've got Gilligan's Gold, followed by an absolute classic, which is Ant Attack. Now, I should have looked at this before. That's one that crops up quite frequently. I'm surprised this one doesn't. I think it's probably a bit hard. Maybe that's why it doesn't crop up. But Quicksilver's Ant Attack does turn up on this, and it's actually got the buttons this time around, so we actually know what we're meant to do. I remember saying this before. He's got a patent for the 3D as well, which is kind of cool. Anyway, right, okay, what else have we got? You see, it's well researched this week. Look, wait for it. I've got some more. Other games released in the arcade. Gunsmoke from Capcom, which is a really tough shoot 'em up where you play a little cowboy, a bit like what we're doing now, and you work your way through the levels till you get to the final big boss at the end, and then you have to shoot him as the boss level. Where else is very good, excellent. We also have Ghosts and Goblins. That's another classic from Capcom. Absolutely stunning, brilliant in the arcade. Spawned 2 sequels. Unless assuming that isn't... Or is it Goblins and Ghosts? Or Ghouls and Goblins? Oh no, this is the second one, isn't it? Because it's Ghouls and Goblins the first time round, isn't it? So it's Ghouls and Goblins, Ghosts and Goblins, which is the second one, which is sort of an upgrade of the first one. It's really good. You play Arthur the Knight, you have to get through the whole thing from one end to the other, platform-wise. Notoriously difficult. Really difficult, but great fun at the same time. It's... One of the things, it's one of those, somebody said in the comments, I think it was Meth Production said in the comments about things like, about Bubble Bobble, you know that you've messed up, so it's not a case of the game is hard, yes it's hard, or unfair, but you know that it is actually beatable. And Ghosts and Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, and the super Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins, it's all very much that. You know that it's you who messed up, it's you who made the mistake that prevented you from beating the level. So yeah, it's a tough one. Right, okay. How do I press the buttons? Oh, it started me. That's me at the bottom. I didn't even realise it'd done that. Right, so... Space. There, I've got the gold. Right, so I've got to take it up to the barrel at the top. The levels are absolutely the same. I think even the music might be... Oh, God. There, it's in. You've got to be at the right point to put it in. So, let's hope we can get this. Here we go. We're going to go grab this. I've been joined by a little helper. He's just finished his lunch. Actually, he goes slowly. He likes to savour his lunch. Everybody else has had their lunch. He likes to savour his lunch. So he's savouring his lunch. Leave me alone! They kind of beat you up. They don't think they kill you because they obviously want more of your gold. Oh, I was going to hang from the ceiling there. I've died again. Rubbish, aren't I? Absolutely rubbish. Let's try it again. We'll give it another go. Press enter. Right, that's us. I haven't even seen a second room yet. You can see why I think it's tough, but the arcade game is just as brutally hard, to be honest with you. Yeah, doing Ghosts and Goblins, wasn't I? I was talking about that. So we can pick up pickaxe as well and hit them with that, but you kind of get a timer on the pickaxe, so we don't want to do that. We want to get up here and get straight into making as much as you can. Now you can wheel a wheelbarrow different rooms as you go along. Let's go this way. See if will he follow me? No, he hasn't followed me, but he's faster than me, which is really weird. So if I go, aha! See, I dropped the bag of gold on him and stunned him, so I can get past him. Look, he's stunned, but he's not going to be stunned for long. I'm going to hide in here, see if he can see me. Can his friend see me? No. Oh God! Oh no! I'm running. Oh, we all got hit by the little train that's there. Stealing my gold. Oh, they're both after me now. Oh yeah, that helped. Right, I'm just trying if I can get to the next room. Oh, this isn't fair. Go away. Let's push this into the next room. There we go. Not many games where you actually have a wheelbarrow to do stuff, is there? Not that I remember. Oh, he's going to get me, isn't he? Oh no, he hasn't got me. That's good. Nope. I knew that was going to happen when I fell off there. It's a really tough game. I really like it though. It's a really good game. My little helper's disappeared. He's gone back to his food. He does kind of savour it. Everybody else finishes their dinner and he's sort of still hanging around. I'm going to get the this now. Oh, got off too soon. Yeah, he really does savour his meal. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, you're savouring your dinner, aren't you? Right. Okay. I want another go at this. Sorry, I like this game, but it's so blooming tough. It feels doable though. But yeah, I was just saying about Ghosts and Goblins. It's one of those games that you feel like you should be able to do, and only you muck up. The game isn't unfair. It is what it is. A bit like Bubble Bobble. You can run faster without the gold. Come on! I don't know why I jumped off there. That was stupid. I knew that was going to kill me. Let's get this. There, we're in. There, we got off. Right, and this is interesting as well, because there's a little wall you have to smash. As I say, it's exactly the same as the arcade, look. I have to smash this wall. Smash him. Oh, damn, now I've lost it, because I've been smashing, so I can't get at that one. I'm going to go in the next room. I think I can just walks off the edge. No escape. They're horrible little good dudes. We haven't even seen the third room. You haven't even seen the third room. Let's see if we can get to the third room. This is one I really like. This one. This is a game I really like. I think it deserves a bit more love. I think it's quite well liked. I think people think it's extremely difficult. It's one of these things I need to master this game. This is one that I need to master. This is going to be rubbish, isn't it? Come on. Oh, I jumped off and I didn't need to because that didn't go that far over. I want to get to the third room. Let's see if I can get to the third room. One more go to get to the third room. We'll do that. I think the frustrating thing about this is you could probably do it. Oh God, put that bag in. Oh, it's the positioning. Forget it. Stay there. Got me. Do. I don't know why I just did that, because I knew that was going to come and get me. Let's hang on here and let's get in this. There we go. He's going to get on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, third room. So this is the third room. So, but you normally bring your wheelbarrow with you so that you can put things in. Third room's probably easiest of the lot, actually, in the shape of it and the sense of things going on in it. I suppose we could pile up all the money on the top. This guy's just coming all the way up. Look, this guy is going. He's coming all the way. Oh no, it's both of them as well. They've just murdered me heinously. Again, this is another game I was absolutely delighted with when I spotted this on the when I played this for the first time. I was like, this is the business. This is the game for me. Really, and to be fair, I hadn't realised at the time it was an arcade game. I actually thought Ocean had, for a change, had developed something that wasn't arcade related. Right, I should be alright here. Oh no. It's like Benny Hill. I'm being chased by them. That's a good one, that one. Right, okay, next. Ant-Attack. That's what we're on to next. Ant-Attack. So, right, let's get down to the old loaded dit and give that a go. Got a lovely cup of coffee. Had a lovely lunch. It's been really nice, actually. What a nice day. Right, what else do we have? What else do we have? Space Harrier this year was released in the arcades. That was kind of impressive. Remember, that was going to be, wasn't that going to be Afterburner? But then they changed it into Space Harrier. I always think Space Harrier is an underrated sort of shooter. It's a bit of I think it's a bit difficult to angle where you're at on it, but it's a bit of an underrated sort of, that third person flying down the sort of tunnel of shooting things. Didn't translate particularly well onto the 8-bit generation, but it was actually quite nice on the 8-bit computing anyway. But it was all right. It was all right. Now I've got children standing on squeaky toys in the background, so you hear. Anyway, what else was out this year? We had Sky Kid. Now I know a certain Mr. David plays Retrogames badly. He loves Sky Kid, and I've just been hit again by Namco telling me that they own the rights to the visuals on it. I think a couple of weeks ago I'd have said about it, and it was bizarre because I got an email literally after saying the words that I would be that one had been taken by Namco, I got hit again for another part of the same video. I mean, the whole video is Sky Kid. I got hit again with a they're not strikes. They're sort of copyright ownership things, so that you don't get into trouble for the copyright thing, so that they can take any advertising revenue off it. They can either advertise on it or they can't. It depends on what they feel like. And to be fair, my gameplay's rubbish, so they probably don't want to do that. But yeah, Sky Kid was released that year. It's really good. It's a little plane, that sort of biplane. You fly around and bomb boats and whatever else, and then land at the other end. It's kind of cool. It's actually a really good game. One of those ones that kind of need to re-release. That's a Evercade game if I ever saw one. To be honest with you, that should be on the Evercade. But I've got a bit of an issue there. I think they're going to struggle with some of these big names, because Capcom and Namco and people like that, they may not be so readily sort of okay about sharing their older games. Atari is completely fine, because Atari's kind of not quite the company it used to be, and I don't think it really it doesn't mind churning out again in another format, but I don't know, I worry about those ones. Also came out 8-bit wise, Back to School. Do you remember Back to School? Back to School was brilliant. That was one of my... There was so many buttons on it. And I discussed it, I think, last week as well. That was really, really impressive. I was really, really, really chuffed with that game when I first saw it. Really, really sort of... You basically play a kid in the school... and the back to school somewhere, there's the girls' school as well, so you can go to the girls' school as well and cause mischief there. I don't actually remember what the aim of the game was. I remember there was about filling up cups in the first one, or touching cups for some reason. But the second one, I have no idea. I think it was the same difference. I think it was shields or something similar that you had to do. But I don't remember what the aim of the game was. It's a bit like, do you ever play the modern day sort of equivalent, which came out, I think, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, probably came out something else, actually, to be fair, but was Bully, or I can't remember the Latin name that it was called, which was a Rockstar game, which was the 3D environment where you did the stuff. We were basically naughty in the school all the time, and it was probably one of those games that's nowadays is I'm gonna have to deal with the toy. Hang on a second. Yeah, we're gonna take the toy away. We're not doing dog squeaking. Right. Sorry, how about that? Had to get rid of the dog squeaky toy. We're all right though. We're okay about that. Anyway, yeah, Bully was the kind of thing where you went around the school doing naughty things, and it was sort of a general sort of it was a naughty simulator, wasn't it? Now this is quite different actually from this one. Sorry, squeaky toy was coming back. Squeaky toy's has been taken hostage. I feel bad taking the squeaky toy away. Give him the squeaky toy back. But it'll be squeaking in the background. I can't stand it. I don't know about you, but you know those dog toys, why do they make them sound like that? They're terrible, aren't they? Anyway, right, okay. So, yeah, but Bully was really quite good in that sense of things. Now we found another noisy toy. I'm not having fun here. That's a toy. That's a toy called Jack Jack from the movie Incredibles. Right. You can take them elsewhere. No? Okay. You're going back to your lunch. Going back to lunch. Right, okay. Going back to lunch. We put toys down for the moment. Sorry about that. Right, okay. Where are we? What we got? We got Hand Attack. I was talking about Bully there, wasn't I? Which is kind of a school simulator. It's actually quite good. In my kind of mind, it's a spiritual successor to Back to School and School Days, I think, realistically. It's really good. Okay, so we're on Hand Attack now. The other thing I'd like to point out here, look. Solid Soft 3D patent pending. Why isn't Sandy Wright a billionaire by now? I'm hoping he is. I hope so, because everybody used isometric after that. But was he first to it, or was he just taking, the wee? Realistically. Anyway, what's the keys? Forward ears, rotate anti-clockwise, clockwise. We got symbol shift and M. Oh yes, it's horrible keys. We have what's to move forward. C is to jump. Right. S and D is throw. And what's to walk forward? You've got 0, P, enter and space are the 4 views. Wow, these keys are just terrible. I forgot how bad these keys were. And I don't know what to walk forward is. To move, V. C and V are the other ones. Right, okay, so this one was different in a way, because you could be boy or girl. And this is a rescue mission at the end of the day, so if you're the girl, you rescue the boy. If you're a boy, you rescue the girl. So, on the scale of things, this is something that wasn't normally done. So after a long journey, you see that your destination, the high-walled city of Antius, whatever. As you stand at the gate, you hear a call, distress call, and irresistible to a hero like you. So you're a hero. So there's a little scanner at the bottom that basically tells you, it's like hot and colder. You see how it's red at the moment, but as you go close towards something, it goes green. So it's a hot, colder to get it. So this is heart. There we go. My hero! Now they walk a little slow, but they follow you out. And you've got to kind of wait for them. And all you have to do is walk off, and congratulations, you've done the first one. It's really simple as that, to be honest with you. So we've got time left. Well done, that was easy. Let's get somebody else out of here. So we've got to save somewhere else. So it's green at the moment. An amazing thing about this is that, as before, I was saying, it's got one. Oh, let's have another go. I think it's enter. Does the different views are enter, 0, P, and what's to go back to the original one? That's just space. Goes back to the original view. So it had all those views as well, so you could rotate around to see where things actually were. Keys are horrible, though. I will admit that the keys are absolutely horrible. Right, so I'm going in the right direction because it says green. Oh, here they come. And you've got like so many sort of you've got like a little damage meter there, which is like the 20, and you've paralysed the ants by standing on them. I'm getting bitten. You've got little bombs that you could throw like that. I blew myself up. How silly I am. Have another go. But it's really impressive for its time and and the quality of this. When I first played this round at a friend's house who had also got a special tip. But there he is. He's over there. Look, I can see him now. He's right there. My hero! Take me away from all of this. So and they get bitten as well. Oh, help! Oh, and of course he stands there like a idiot. If you move too fast, they stand there like idiots. Yeah, I know. Let's fire. Good shot. There we go. We saved another one. But yeah, they had a special tape, and they had the Thompson twins on it as well. The game, which apparently only came on a vinyl, sort of a flexi disc, I think is the official name for it. It came on a flexi disc. I remember the Thompson twins, and don't remember much about it realistically, but I do remember the Ant Attack. It really kind of it's sort of I looked at it and went, this is the future. Now, as I say, I'm not a big fan of isometric normally, but this one I seem to like, and I'm not sure why this one kind of strikes me as being interesting over the other isometrics. Possibly because it was the first one I saw. So I think I'm injured. Yep, I've knocked myself out. Yeah, fell off the wall and knocked myself out. I'm going the wrong way because I can see the thing. It's green that way, look. Green, 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 green. No, not green. Green, 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 green. Oh, blew myself up again. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on to the next one. The next one is 3D Tank Duel. Now, I recently got a copy of this, very kindly sent to me by. I think did I buy it again? Dennis Evans. I'm from from the Retro Cavern. He sent me the copy of this, and I gave me the original as well. It was just as a gift. He gave me the original boxing for it, which has like silver sort of characters on the front of it, black box, silver characters with a big 3D tank duel on the front of it. I was really appreciative because I really enjoyed that 3D tank duel. Again, another game I spent a lot of time on. I think the key factor for a lot of these games, they're extremely arcadey, so you could load them, you could play them for 2 or 3, even 30 seconds, and then you hand over the controls to your friend. So that was, I think, the key factor for me on that was that you could do that with a game, and I really liked those ones. I didn't even realise that 3D Tank Duel, because this is the first one I saw of its type from real time. I hadn't realised that, of course, it was probably a clone of an arcade game again from not the same name, but I think was it called Tanks by Atari? I may be wrong. You correct me in the comments because you always do. So, but basically we've got. I've got to check the keys here. So we've got to move the B. B is to move. Basically, the object of the game is to destroy all the enemy tanks, but beware, the tank's commander provides the tactics. As they destroy more of them, shoot UFOs for bonus, dodge and shoot missiles. So we basically have B. I think we probably have H, B, H, A, and I'm guessing Z. I'm just looking at the commands here. No, it's weird that. BH, and then we've got what's Q? Q's fire. Right. Okay. So I think I've got the commands. So it's AZ, and it's basically the directions of the tracks. So A and H are basically together will make you go forward together. However, A and B will make you like spin on the spot really kind of tightly. So it's there, and then we have to shoot these UFOs and destroy whatever's going on. So that kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. Let's do that. So that top row there, shoot. Yeah, I rather like this one. I kind of like the 3-dimensional look of it. Those wireframe vector graphics. They were our staple of sort of 3D graphics, apart from sort of something like the one we just saw there with isometrics. But they were this kind of staple of graphics. They were the graphics that we first saw when we played Elite for the first time, which kind of rocked our worlds in the sense of freedom to do what you wanted within the environment, and you could be a pirate or you could be a trader. I always ended up being a trader, though. I never ended up being a pirate. I always, I think I've always liked that kind of delivery thing. It's probably why I like Euro Truck Simulator. The whole delivery thing is more interesting to me necessarily than the and getting the best deal and doing the best thing. I mean, I like Euro Truck for the fact that you just get a load and you fill up and you go, but trading doesn't quite work with that. But it does have a management element in the sense of staff. I'm getting there nicely with the staff now, actually, to be fair. Sorry, I had to stop for a bit of coffee there. Love coffee. Coffee's the best. It's my best. It's my favourite. One of my favourite beverages. I think that may have come across in every video I've ever done where I drink coffee. I hope you've got a beverage too. If you've had your lunch, enjoy. If you're having a dinner when you're watching this, that's fine. Right, what else do we have? So we had school, we had Back to School. Monty on the Run also came out this year. Not a big Monty fan. I appreciate the difficulty and the level of it. Never really got into it. I don't remember what Monty on the Run's particularly like, to be honest with you. I think it's a tough one. It probably is. But if you've got any more memories of 85, please feel free to stick them in the comments below. Some other things that's kind of popped up. I mean, I went and had a little research, and I was quite amazed. As I said, went through the videos and things like that. I mean, the National Lampoon's European Vacation. I love that with Chevy Chase, and it's one of my faves. That one. It's just madness as it goes. Jewel in the Nile, Kathleen Turner, and what's he called? Kurt Russell, is it? I think it might be Kurt Russell, or is it the other one? Anyway, that was kind of a fun game. Right, let's go. Keyboard number 1. There we go. I have selected a number. So this is my tank. That's right. If I push the two together, I should go forward. That's it. So there's a thing on the map there. Should be an enemy tank. Oh! Oh, got me! Got me straight away. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, I moved. Got you. Definitely got you there. Yes! Got my tank. See, got him. It's a little difficult with the commands. They're kind of like the opposite way I think you'd go with them. Uh-oh. Reverse. It's got me. Where are you? It took me a bit to get into this when I was first doing it. Oh, it's got me again. Aliens, you see. That's the problem. Aliens. Aliens are always the issue. Let's have another go. Let's have a... There we go. Did I get him? Oh, I missed him. Damn. That should get him. Yeah, got him. Right, okay. I used to spend ages playing this. Enemy left. Good God. That enemy is horrendous. I forgot about that one. I don't remember that. I just remember the tanks. Enemy left. Going left, going left, going left. Let's put it on speedy left. Should come round fast. Well, there's the enemy. Enemy right. Got him. Oh, his shot got me though. He must have got me. He must have fired off the last round before I got a chance. Wow. So tough. Let's have another go. I'm having too much fun. Oh, you can't shoot through that though. Where's he gone? Oh, collided. Here we go. Fire! Did he go? Did he get him? Got him. 100 points. I don't think I ever got in the high score table. That's the biggest worry about this. So I never got in the high score table. There's another one. Aha, tanks. I can do tanks. I can do tanks, alright. Oh, he's reversed. I've reversed. Uh-oh. Oh no, that thing is horrible! What is that about? No wonder I didn't get a high score on this as a kid. I'm coming. They're actually, their AI isn't bad, is it, for what they are? Got you. No, no! Not got you. Not got you. Shoot him! Shoot! My goodness, this tank's giving me grief. Yes! Enemy left. Spinning. You can see it on the radar there. Uh-oh. Oh, I knew I was going to get hit. Did alright, though. Come on, reverse. Yes, avoided the shot. Oh, missed him. He got me. Oh, that's quite good, that, actually. Enjoyed it. Very tough, but enjoyed it. It's good fun. Right, okay, carry on. Let's see what we've got next. Jack and the Beanstalk by Thor Software. Now, I was interested in this one because one of the people who wrote a game originally for Thor Software contacted me after I did a review of his game, and I can't remember what it was, so it's on my site somewhere. But basically, Jack and the Beanstalk, Thor used to spend. They were a subsidiary of somebody else, and I can't remember who it was, actually, for the life of me now. Was it Imagine or was it Ocean? One of the two, something like that. Anyway, they were a subsidiary of somebody else, but they spent so much money on the covers for the games that the people who created the games got less money than the guy who did the art for the front cover of it, because they didn't actually very often include screenshots. And this is one of those examples of that. Now, I quite like Jack and the Beanstalk. A lot of people think it's mad because it's got terrible sort of graphics and it's very touchy and whatever else it is, but I still quite like this. This, again, was one of my sort of challenge ones. As a kid, I'd load this one because I wanted the challenge of actually trying to beat this what is effectively an extremely difficult game. But I quite liked it at the time. What's the keys? We've got jump, which is Q, W, which is left, E, which is right, P is fire, right? And O and K is up and down. That's such weird keys. I can't remember the keys. But I quite liked this game. I quite liked it. It was obviously inspired by the children's tale of Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack goes out, he sells the cow for some beans instead of actually selling it. Mum takes it home. Mum looks at the beans, goes, "What the hell, Jack?" Chucks them out the window. Beanstalk grows. Up you go, the beanstalk. All of a sudden climbs to the top. There's a giant there who has a goose that lays golden eggs. When you say the word lay, I think actually it says just lays eggs. Golden egg. There you go. Golden egg straight away. Golden eggs. Jack nicks the thing. Giant comes after him. Jack cuts down the beanstalk, murders the giant in cold blood. Jack spends the next 25 years incarcerated for the charge of murder because it was premeditated in the sense that he already knew what he was going to do. And of course the golden goose is confiscated. His mum's left in ruins. She currently lives in a council flat. It's not true. None of it's true. It was true to begin with. What a cruel boy that Jack is. He's horrible. First off, he's off selling the cows for down the estate for beans. Seriously. Anyway. But yeah, premeditated murder because there was just handy he'd got the axe there in the first place. But anyway, Jack and the Beanstalk, I quite liked it. It's a very hard sort of platformy, weird game. You kind of have to go through so many screens to get somewhere. I don't know what it actually says. You have to search the castle for riches, basically. You must find a specific item to escape deeper into the castle and frighten off the creatures. You must be careful where you tread. Yeah, because it's really tough when it comes to actual treading on things. Reanimator. Do you remember Reanimator? Have you seen that? It's basically creates this little it's a comedy horror. If you've not seen it, it's worth seeing, but it's probably a bit cheesy now, to be honest with you. But Reanimator was quite good. I quite like that one. He's sort of a fluid that he creates that brings things back to life from the dead. And I think he ends up murdering his sort of teacher because he's like a student, murdering his teacher, and then sort of reanimates the head, and it spends the whole time sort of abusing him for killing him. It's a weird film. I've got it somewhere on DVD. I haven't watched it in a number of years. So that was out in 1985 as well. Lots of things in 1985. 1985 was a good year for gaming, good year for film. I don't. Apart from obviously the birth of EastEnders, because I've never been a fan of that. It was probably a good year for TV as well. I bet you would have had a bit of Knight Rider going on there for certain. I don't know if it was the right year for that one, but Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Actually, it's the same year as Rambo as well. The First Blood? I think it's First Blood. Didn't check that entirely. I knew it was Rambo, but I didn't know which Rambo it was. Probably is First Blood, actually. Which, of course, is now on Last Blood. And they said it's the last one, but now he's teasing that he's going to do another one. Go figure. I guess it made a lot of money. It was always about blowing things to pieces, though, wasn't it? There wasn't much more to it than that. Right, let's go for it. Poor Jack's mother. Oh, Daisy the cow. It's old and weak, so Jack decided to sell it. Right, okay. Thanks, Jack. Press 1, I think, which is keyboard. Right, so there's Jack. That's right. We can get the axe. Oh, I remember this now. It's harsh. Right. Ah! Oh God! I feel this could be bad. So there's the castle up there above the thing. There's the axe at the bottom. I don't think we need. I think we need the axe. Do we need the axe? I can't remember. Oh damn! Oh, that's right. We can walk above it. I remember now. Let's try this again. Let's try see if we can get past it. Yeah, I remember this being so. As I say, I did quite like it back in the day. I think I'm less. There we go. That's what we need to get out of the room. Didn't care about the colour clash. Oh God, that was lucky. Oh God, nearly made it. Oh, we did make it. Has it? Oh. I don't know what happened there. That was so weird. Right, I'll go collect the item. So we have one item collected. So we don't have to do anything with that. We have to now climb up this. Right, made it to the top. Cool. Right, what we got to do in here? Oh, that's right. We don't climb up those. We climb up the bricks, I think. Is that right? I think the bricks we can climb. Yeah, I think that's the case. No, can't climb the bricks. We have to go up the gaps. That's right. It's the gaps. Oh, this is a nightmare one, this one. I don't think I ever got past this room. I think this is the room that ended me every time. No, it isn't the bricks. What do I climb up? Must be the pink side of the brick. Maybe it's the pink side of the brick that I climb. Yeah, let's try climbing the pink side of the brick. No. Oh, I remember now. Oh, one more go. This one's a beast of a game. I remember that. What a game. Yeah, we don't care about colour clash. Who cares about colour clash? I actually quite liked it for the fact that he didn't care about the colour clash particularly. There we go. Everybody found that really difficult getting up there, but to be fair, it's fairly logical. I thought it was. Oh God, right, okay. I don't know where I'm meant to go here though. Oh, don't push down. Whatever you do. I think it's the gaps, but I can't remember. I tried the gap before and I fell down. Where is it? Where am I meant to be? I've got to. I can shoot, so let's try this shooting thing and see if we can shoot something. Oh, it does clear that out. Ah, yes, that's right. It's across the. It's. Yeah, so it's across the back of the brick at a very specific point. One more go, and then we'll move on to the last game on here, which is Sorcery. Now, this was again played by David plays Retrogames badly, and he played that, and he didn't like it much, and I remember quite enjoying it, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong whether or not it was actually any good or not. I don't know. Can't remember. Right, so it's. Oh, is it specific brick as well? Oh, God, it's like that, is it? It's a specific brick. I might have to close the door in a second. The dishes are being done. That's it. Okay. I don't know how I get up further. I think there's a specific route through it, which is even worse. Oh dear. Harsh. Thing is though, back in the day, if you'd got this collection, you'd have spent ages on this trying to work it out. I certainly remember spending quite a while trying to work out what I was meant to be doing. I wonder if I can... No, you fall off. I was just checking, doing everything you do. So you have to climb that brick, then that next brick, and then the next brick. Right. With that, we're going to leave this masterpiece behind and move on to the last one, which basically Sorcery by Virgin. They did a selection of budget games that were kind of around about the sort of this time as well. This is one I don't think I've got. I lie. I do have it. I've been collecting the Virgin ones for a while, and I'm very bad at sort of ordering stuff. It always feels like work ordering stuff rather than, when you put it in alphabetical order and all that. It just feels like work, doesn't it? I certainly do think so. So that's why I have tons of duplicates of things, because that work is just ridiculous, realistically. Okay, what's the keys to this? We have Q, A. Why is Q and A left and right? Bloomin' heck. And 0 to fly. Q and A are right below each other. What was it with the keyboard layouts? Who thought that was alright? That's so weird. Right, okay, so let's do the story of this particular one. So an evil necromancer and his demonic servants have conquered the earth, enslaving the people. You are the last of the great sorcerers, and you must travel to Stonehenge, where 3 fellow sorcerers are being held captive. And that's very nice. I remember that title screen. It's really cool. Being held captive. The necromancer has sent the servants after you. And time's running out. You can save them before they turn to stone and plunge the earth into eternal darkness. There are many screens, and you'll find objects that may or may not be used. One of the objects, when you place it on an altar at Stonehenge, will destroy the necromancer. The wrong one will kill you. What was the Evil Dead? So we got Bruce Campbell standing in front of all the books in the Evil Dead, and he has to do the spell to find out which book it is. And of course, does he choose the wrong one? I can't remember. I mean, it's kind of crazy, that movie anyway. But he's sort of standing in front of it, giving it sort of spell type thing. So interesting movie. Right, okay, we're loading. This is the last one on the tape. It's been a nice run. This one, I quite enjoyed this as a thing. If you enjoyed it, put it in the comments below. But but I'm definitely continuing with the What's on the Tape format with season 8. Taking a 2-week break, as you all know. After 10 episodes, I always take a break apart from when we were doing the lockdown, because I thought, hey, let's entertain everybody, because it's unfair for the world to be so down, unfortunately. How are things for you all? How are you finding it now? It's a bit. I think masks are fine. They're just not. Just a bit. Everybody's a bit annoyed with it. But hey, it's no worse than wearing a scarf around your face when it's cold. Realistically, So it's not the end of the world with masks. We went out as a family yesterday for which is the reason why I've recorded some videos earlier this week, and I'm quite late doing this one. But we went out as a family and had a little sort of a little wander around some charity shops. And you know what? The effort was still being made there, with the sort of numbers coming and going. We've all got a face mask on, and it was fine. It was absolutely fine. My little lad with his autism is exempt, because can't get him to keep a mask on. So he has a little badge, and nobody was unkind, which is good, and everybody understood, which is even better. So yeah, it was nice, and it was nice to sort of, it was almost normality, and it was nice to sort of find some retro treasures that were lying in there as well. I did quite well, actually, to be honest with you. I did lots of I say retro treasures. It depends whether you think previous generations of consoles are retro. I found some DS games, because I like DS. I found some PlayStation 2 games, and I found some Xbox games. So I did all right from my point of view. We did really nice. I went in one shop, and they were selling them all for £1, and I was like, I'm having almost all of these. And then when I got to the till, she went, "Oh no, I'll just do them for a £5." And I was like, "Oh, awesome!" So you know, what was sort of 10 quid's worth of games became a £5. I was like, "This is brilliant! I'm great day today." So yeah, I did all right actually out of it. Some of them are what you call fodder for trading in and whatever else it is. But oh no! After all that, we get an R-tape error on the very last tape game on the thing. I wouldn't mind so much, but the tape looks absolutely fine on that one. I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not rewinding it. I'm going to try. I'm going to bring down my copy here of Sorcery. You stay there. No, I lied. It's not Sorcery. It's not Sorcery. It's not Sorcery at all. It's Starfire. I thought I saw the S and saw Sorcery. I'll tell you what. We'll I've got the cassette and I've got the PlayZX. Always leave that in the comments below, by the way, if you're ever interested in PlayZX and the combination of PlayZX and the sort of the old car cassette adapters that they used to do years ago. Initially it was for when you had your initially had a sort of a CD player and you wanted to connect it up, and I guess later. But I mean, not many people have cassette players left in their cars, I don't think. Let's see if I can find Sorcery. Sorcery. How do you spell it? It's on the screen. I've got it on the screen. And you have found Sorcery from Virgin. There we go, from 1984, that one. Right, okay, let's reset the specky. Let's do a little... Oh, look at that. I love it when they do the font change. Look at that. Just sort of the weird... They've changed it. That's how you used to have to do it, though. You had to do the... You had to create... When you create the characters, you kind of edited out the fonts as well. So basically some of the creatures... maybe not on those ones, but some of the creatures are in here. These are the graphics for the game. It's kind of cool, isn't it? You basically changed a function of the whole thing. I always thought it was kind of cool, that. That's how it worked. You basically were changing text characters into the graphics. Anyway, press the play button and we'll go for that. I can't believe that after all those things. This has made it a proper what's on the tape, hasn't it? After all that, because that's we don't normally have a failure on old tapes. Well, that's not true. We do, but it's been a while since we had one on that particular one. And to be fair, we've played almost through the whole blooming tape there. That's brilliant. It is looking at what I would call a bit. I don't know what the best way to describe it as. Dry, maybe? Dry and dusty is possibly what it's looking a bit like at this point in the tape. And it's possible that's the reason why it's not worked. Yeah, I do remember, now going back to it, the key configuration for this game was a bit of a loopy configuration. I remember that being one of the things for it. But I quite enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it, but I know that Dave plays Retrogames badly Birdsall as didn't enjoy it at all. I don't think he had much fun at all. But I remember enjoying this game. I remember enjoying the sort of feel of it and what it did. And there we go, Virgin Games. There's a little axe at the end there. Look in the sort of the bit of the Y. There's a little axe. I was axing those creatures, but still we're a mage. But I think you can only fly around. It's a bit bizarre because I think there's like skulls and things that fly around and chase you really badly. It's really bad. I tell you what, I have my other favourite compilation, because it's one of my favourite compilations. This particular SoftAid one. My other favourite compilation is up there. It's the six pack, and it's. I don't want to move because I'll set it off. But it had on it Jet Set Willy 2. Scooby-Doo, it had Sacred Armour of Antrid, it had Split Personalities, which is the first time I played Split Personalities, and I love Split Personalities. It's a great game. That's one of my favourite ones. Technically, it's a spit and image game, but it's not a spit and image game because they couldn't get a license for it. So there's one of the licensing issues. We were talking about licensing earlier and problems. That was more of an imaging problem for sort of the TV studios at the time. And isn't that weird though? You know, if you think back to the nowadays it's computer games being made into movies and whatever else it is. I mean, the computer game industry is worth more than the TV and film and industry and the music industry put together. Well and truly more. It is the biggest sort of media around. And if you weren't in that media, or didn't realise that was the way it was going, which is, I think, Hollywood's big problem, actually. It didn't realise that was the way it was going. didn't have the foresight to it. If you weren't in those industries, you kind of got lost. And to be fair, back then it was licensing from them. Nowadays they want a license from the games. If you've been to a supermarket and had a little look recently at the toy section, the small toy section, it'll be full of Minecraft and Fortnite and Roblox and all these other things, and they all want a bite of the that industry now, not the other industry, and that's very obvious when it comes to, for instance, memorabilia towards Star Wars. I still haven't seen the Rise of Skywalker action figure collections. I just haven't seen them, and they're the things that turn up in supermarkets, and you see them in supermarkets. They had the Last Jedi once, but I haven't seen any for the Rise of Skywalker. Why not? Because it's not so popular in that sense of it's a good media, fair enough. People like that and they might enjoy the movie, but it's not something to write home about. They're more likely to remember their experiences with the Last of Us Part 2. Not that I actually have played that, but it's an example, if that makes sense. For me, I played Rime recently. I much preferred Rime. If I was picking up a goodie from it, then I might do that. I mean, I went in a place and saw a Fallout 4 character, and I was like, "Oh, it's a Brotherhood of Steel guy. I wanted that. Looks really good." Anyway, right, let's go for it. This is the last one on the tape. Last one for us. Yeah, I've got the keys. I'm just having to wait on Zero to fly. Let us fly and save our brothers from the creatures. So I would thought I could pick that. Oh, I did pick that up. If you bounce over it the right way, pick it up. Now, I think the sword kills them. Oh, he's horrible. I remember this guy. There's a club. You need the club to open that door, which David didn't realise, and ended up getting stuck. Oh, get off me! You can only go through the yellow doors, some gold. There's certain things kill certain creatures, that's the thing. Oh, drowned. What an idiot. It's because I didn't zap my way through it. Enter for a new game. So I'm sure... Yeah, there's certain ways you pick these things up. I'm sure certain weapons kill certain things. I think that's the general gist. You've got to be careful of that skull thing, because that's just really horrendous. And we need the club to go through this door, otherwise it doesn't open. I've got a potion now. And that can't open that door that way. No, get off me. I don't know why I liked it, to be honest with you, because it's extremely difficult. It's totally unforgiving. It doesn't really care what it does, and especially that creature there. Oh, drowned again. It's, as I say, extremely unforgiving. It doesn't care. It doesn't want to be nice to you. I just quite liked it. I don't know what it's about it that I liked. As I say to this day, I don't know what I liked about it, because it's still extremely unforgiving and nasty. I'm empty-handed now. Alright, okay. These little doors. Can't get I want to get through that one there. I've got the sword. Can't get through that one. I want to go on this thing. Doesn't do anything. I thought it would do something. It doesn't do anything. I remember just it was a challenge just to make it through places. That's what the big challenge for me was. Just getting through. You were killed by the necromancer, so that's the big dude himself, That's why he's so tough. I just remember the challenge was just to see how far you could get. I think I played it with my friends, and we were all kind of like, this is impossibly tough. But we still played it because we wanted to see how far we could get through the whole thing. Lots of screens, pretty fast going, really, considering what it is. Let's get this gold. No, let's not get the gold. Oh, damn. The river is terrible. That's horrible. Let's go for it again. I say, quite enjoyed it back in the day. I enjoyed everything on this particular tape. I thought it was great. It was really good value for money. You felt like you got your money's worth with this particular collection, and I recommend it if you see it, and it should be relatively cheap because they sold blooming millions of them probably. It's worth trying. Oh, damn you! It's worth trying, just maybe not for this game, but it's certainly worth trying for all the other ones. The other ones are just a selection of what I would call classics. It's really good. That's that necromancer there. He's got me good and proper. There's not really much way of escaping him. See the guys in the corner of your friends getting turned to stone. You see. Potion gives you health back. You get all your health back by doing that. I don't know how you get to them though so fast. That's unbelievable. Get off me! I can't get the gold. I've got a potion though. Oh, get off me! These drowned with a 2% rating anyway. One more try, and then we'll leave it there. And we'll leave it for a couple of weeks, and I'll be back all refreshed. What I usually do during the 2 weeks, just in case you're interested in what actually goes on during those 2 weeks, those 2 weeks, I usually take a complete weekend off, apart from possibly a couple of odds and sods that I do. To be fair, I've got really back into Euro Truck, and I've been doing quite a lot with the logistics simulator, but I do them sometimes during the week. I then record because this takes because the thing is with what's on the tape. What's on the tape is one of those things. It fails a lot, and because it fails so much, I tend to find myself, wanting to kind of. I don't know, not wanting to sort of run it to sort of too long because there can be real failures, are really annoying, and there's lots of things involved and plugging things back in. So I tend to sort of it takes a lot longer. So, but during those 2 weeks, I usually do recordings of other things, so other Spectrum games that I enjoy playing. I do recordings of. The Amstrad and the Commodore and other things that take my fancy. So it's basically a chance for me to sort of create a little backlog so that when I do the videos, I'm just recording for what's on tape and sort of the arcade challenge. So that's what happens while I'll take a little break. But as I say, I usually take one complete weekend off, usually apart from a couple of little odds and sods that I do during the week. But anyway, I've been your host, Real Gen. Thank you for watching. Please join me again in a couple of weeks' time for the start of Season 8. I will be back on the normal tapes. If you enjoyed this, though, please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Anyway, I've been your host. I'll see you later. Bye bye now.